All right. Hey, everybody. It's just Nett. I'm quite sure you saw the thumbtack, saw the title. So I'm really just going to get into it, what we're going to discuss. And I'm going to do like a series on it because it's a lot of questions and unanswered questions. And people have a lot of questions and people get offended about the questions and the things that people say when it's just out of ignorance. They don't know any better. They want to find out what everything is, but here it is. It's the LBGTQQIAA community. Hey Patricia, how you doing? And it's like, okay, y'all need to cut back on all those acronyms too. That's a lot of letters. I'm just saying that's a lot of letters, but here we go with the letters. It's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersexes, queer, questioning, asexual, and ally. Those are all of the hey Queen, how y'all doing? Hey Juanita. Okay, y'all. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna read or whatever and do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna let Queen handle the chat or whatever. But this is what I'm gonna run you through with this LBGT community. I'm gonna run it through, and then we're gonna get into some questions because it says the LBGT community versus the heterosexual. We're gonna jump on some topics, and this later on. There's gonna be a few videos politically about the LGBT community and the civil rights movement. It's going to be about the LGBT community and the treatment of the heterosexual. How we that that one minute they're saying that they're bullied, but actuality we gotta walk around on eggshells of what we can say and what we can do, and how they could just critique us and all of those things, but there's no problem. So we're just gonna go in on all of these things, and we're gonna just have a back and forth with how everybody feel. Right now, I'm just giving a introduction to it because I will be on again giving and we're gonna chat. We're just gonna conversate. I want people of the community to come in and give us their perspective, give us their take on it, get what we're wrong with, what we're right with, and we're just gonna conversate back and forth. But okay, we're gonna go with lesbian, relating or a characteristic of female homosexuality, erotic sensual, a female homosexual. Okay. Gays, relating to or exhibiting a sexual desire or behavior directed towards a person or persons of one's own sex, homosexual. Okay, and then they give a slang for that. Awkward, stupid, or bad, lame. Now that's the slang that they had in this particular dictionary. Another slang was inappropriately forward or bold, overly familiar or reckless. Example: Greg was very gay at the Christmas party. He pulled the boss's wife out on the dance floor. Okay, I'm giving you like examples of what because I'm getting this out of the dictionary. Okay, bisexual, knowing or relating to a person who is romantically or sexually attracted to both men and women or to people of various genders, identities, and asexual. Okay, transgender, knowing or relating to a person whose gender identity does not correspond to the person's biological sex assigned at birth. Nothing or relating to a person who does not conform to social statistical gender norms or rules. Okay, not conforming to statistical gender norms or rules. That's a transgender. Queer, something that was added on before. Here it is. Strange or odd from uh, from a conventional viewpoint. Unusually different, singular. Gender identity falls outside of heterosexual, mainstreams, or gender binaries. Slang, counterfeit. Okay. And this when the queer actually had a usage alert about queer, how the term, and because it had a whole briefing on how to use the term queer nowadays. Since the early 20th century, queer has had the meaning gay or lesbian, and for much of the time has been used with despairing intent and perceived as insulting. Since the 1980s, queer has increasingly been adopted, especially among younger members of the gay and lesbian community, as a positive term of self-reference. However, the term is not universally adequate and accepted within the LGBT community, and might still be viewed as by some as degrading. Queer is also a term used by activists and academics. A person identifying as queer can be a gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, gender fluid, etc. But the use of the queer avoids any specific label. All right. Now we have intersex. This is an individual having reproductive organs or external sexual characteristics of both female and male. Now remember back in the day, which this is like uh politically unacceptable. Now we would call that a hermaphrodite. Okay, so okay, asexual is having no sex or sexual organs, free from sexual desires or sexuality. That's what that is. So here it is. I gave you a rundown of all the acronyms that we have in the LBGTQQIAA community. We're gonna come with questions. I want y'all all to have yourself together. Get ready. We're gonna do Q&A. We're gonna see if we could get those people of the LBGT communities, some lesbians, some gays, some bisexuals, some transgenders, intersexuals, queers, whatever, into the chat, because I will be back for part 2 of this chat. So we could just we could have a conversation on what's what, because there's a lot of things going on where we having discussions on YouTube about people being bullied about their sexuality, and at times I feel like people are bullying heterosexuals as well. It's like we walk on eggshells. We don't know what to say. We don't have, a voice, but everyone else can voice their opinion, say what they want to say, derogatory and all. I'm going to go into that term that I hear a lot of gay men calling women is fish. Fish. I feel that that's very derogatory. I feel that that's just like, degrading to call a woman fish. And we're just gonna get into this thing, and we're not gonna be biased. We're not gonna come with we're not gonna come in here and bash each other. That's not what I wanted. I want to get some answers, and I want us to come to a peaceful resolution to some of these things that are going on amongst in between us, the heterosexuals and the LBGTQ. AA, Q, yeah, all of that. But yeah, y'all gotta check that with all of those letters. I'm serious. That's a little too much. That is a little now. It's getting making it. It's redundant now. All of these acronyms. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna have a series on this. I wanted to just come out on this and let everybody know when you see me on the YouTube streets, and I have that title in there. It will be part 2. I just gave you a definition of every acronym that's in there, the lesbians, the gays, everything that's in there. And when I come back, we're going to be ready to discuss and have some adult conversations on what's going on, because it can't just be one-sided with everything. It can't just be we have to respect each other. We have to respect each other as human beings. And that's all to it. But I'm going to come back in on that political aspect of it, and to where do you guys think that the LBGT is kind of hijacking the civil rights movement? Are they reaping the rewards from our ancestors in that fight that went through, the hosing down, the murders, the being bit by dogs, the imprisonment, and all those other things? We're gonna get deep into this. We're gonna have plenty of conversation. We're gonna figure this thing out. You guys, please hit the like button, because when you hit the like button, that lets everybody else be aware of what's going on. My channel come up in their feed or whatever, so they'll get more. It'll be out for more people to see. So that's what we're gonna do. Make you feel like they are untouchable. And I get that they made heterosexual, and because how they feel, it's not fair. Okay, Juanita, we're gonna get into all of that. We are gonna get into all of that. You guys could hit me up at justnet3000 gmail at gmail.com. If you have anything that you want me to, any topics that you want me to just speak on or anything like that, hit me up, justnet3000 at gmail.com. I'll read your email, see what your questions are, see what your concerns are about this topic, and we'll go from there. I'm not trying to hold you guys long. When we come back, we're gonna be ready to talk. When we come back in, we're gonna be ready to talk and discuss these matters. All of these things that's going on here and there, however you feel them, however you see certain things, anything that you have like a problem with, or anything that you're not clear on, just hit me up, or maybe you could just go ahead and put it in the chat. Thank you, Queen, for putting it in. JustNet3000 at gmail.com. Hit me up. We will discuss it. I'll bring up your topic, what you want to discuss, the questions that you want to hit on, and we're gonna go from there. It's just a lot of things that's going on, and it just like the nouns and pronouns that's being biological woman, biological female, and dealing with other genders that insist on you using her, she, ma'am, or all of that stuff. We're gonna hit on all of that stuff. You guys do not be scared, because if you do not come with questions, you won't get any answers. If you don't have any complaints, you won't get anything solved. So don't come in with a fear of talking about this topic, of how you're gonna be labeled, or what somebody, or any kind of backlash. No, not at all. Not here, not on this channel. We're gonna have a good responsible adult conversation about these matters. And no questions are stupid. No, you know what I'm saying? No question, no gripes are stupid. You want to know. Sometimes as women, we feel like that we are being degraded as far as this community goes. We feel like we're being pushed to the side. You cannot exempt a woman, because if it was not for the woman, and especially the black woman, nobody would be here. So we're not going to be scared to come with the hard questions and anything like that. But I'll be back, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all. And just know, when you see that pop up again, we're ready to start talking and discussing. All right. I thank you guys so much, and I will be back. Promise you that.